Well, hello, friends. Welcome to Tsunami. Tonight, just like last week, we're going to have some time to circle up with your small group and just kind of have community time, catch up about your week, what's going on. And we're going to have two questions up on the screen for you guys that you can use. And there's a 5-minute countdown for each of them, just so you can keep track of time. So we have 10 minutes. So you guys listen to your leaders, do whatever they say. If you're going to go in the aisle or go in a corner or stay right where you are. So you guys talk amongst yourself. Have fun.
heard this beat in my dream.
what's up, guys? Hey, you guys can go ahead and find your seats. I'll give you like 10 seconds to grab a seat. And for my two friends who are hanging out with me on stage tonight to come up here, Kaylee, Nikki. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Thank you. Whoever just said that, that's very sweet. What?
Holla.
I can't hear you. What's up, Tsunami? How are you guys doing tonight? Yeah!
Hey, Tsunami.
I'm Jeff. I am the Community and Care Coordinator, and these are my two friends. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, guys. I'm Nikki. I'm one of the interns here at Tsunami.
And I am Kaylee, and I'm also an intern here at Tsunami.
And I don't know why you guys are down there. I feel much taller than you.
I think
We can come join you. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to send you right back down in a
Okay,
second
then
because...
we won't join you.
Well, yeah, don't join me. This is my stage. Just kidding.
Okay.
We're about to play the most fun game ever. Are you guys ready for it? You guys don't sound very ready for it, but that's okay.
Y'all.
You'll be more excited after we play. So do one of you guys want to explain how this game works? No?
I can attempt. So basically what's going to happen is you're...
What's it called?
Match it.
Match it.
So you're going to see what image is on both screens in a mix with a bunch of... I don't know, what do you call them?
So it's going to show you two. I surprised her. She wasn't ready. I'm sorry. We're going to play a game called Match It. And as you can see, there's two microphones up here, just like last time and the week before that. And we're going to put two pictures on the screen, all right? And you got to find the thing that those two pictures have in common. Whenever I say pictures, I spit everywhere. It's great. And it's one side of the room versus the other side. So it's this side. Let me hear it from this side. Versus this side. All right, based off of that, I think I already know who's going to win. So we need 11 of you from each side to line up behind each microphone. First come, first serve.
Come on, guys. You can do it.
Don't hurt
boys
each other.
at?
Hey, and don't forget about social distancing. Please don't be right up on each other.
Yeah, guys, spread a little bit out, please. Thank you.
Dang,
Where are
it's the
boys on this
ladies'
side?
night over here. Where are the fellas at?
Where are the guys? Come on, guys.
Where are the homies at?
1, 2,
No one?
5, 6.
I still need 11. We're missing some over here.
My side
1,
is just
2,
one finger.
3, 4,
Come on,
5, 6,
guys.
7. Hey, leaders can come up on this side too if
Johnny,
they want to.
come on.
Some leaders can come up.
Y'all, let's show them up, okay?
You got 11 over here, Kaylee?
I got 11.
You got 11, Nikki?
Yes.
All right, so again, we're gonna put two pictures on the screen and you have to find the thing that is in common. When you see the thing that's in common, you're going to yell it into the microphone. The first person to yell the correct answer into the microphone wins. Now, crowd, you guys are gonna be seeing these pictures too. I'm gonna ask you not to scream out the answer unless you really feel like it, then it's whatever. All right, so let's see the first image. First person to yell the thing in common on the screen. Go.
Volleyball.
So we have a winner on this
1
side.
point over here. 0 points over here.
Buddy.
Good job, good job. Good try.
You got this,
Good
man.
try. I hear
do
if
it.
you put your nose in your mask, you can actually see it faster. Yeah. All right, have a seat
look at
after
that
you
side.
go. You can sit down. All right, next image. Let's go.
Go, go, go.
The ball.
There you go.
The bomb. Y'all are
Yes,
getting
it
smoked
is.
over here.
Oh, wow.
2 to 0.
Oh, come on.
That's all right. You got this, Rose. Rose, right? That's your name. Yep. All right, next image. Let's go. Who
Good
got
job,
that?
Rose.
Did Rose get that?
That's
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Good
it's
job.
outside.
2 to 1.
We got this.
2 to 1. All right, next image. Who got it?
Our team.
3
Try,
to
good
1.
try.
You gotta
All right,
get this,
guys,
my
guys,
dude. Your
guys,
team's
guys.
dragging behind.
Yeah, you can do
You
All
it.
guys
right.
help us, okay?
All right, next picture.
Hey, Kaylee. Your team
They're
needs
getting
to
a little
step it
trigger
up.
happy with the slides back there. Let's wait till I go. Is this the new? All right, new slide now. Let's go.
She said it first.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, you got it.
Who got it? I keep looking away when the person says it. Who got
you
it?
do. You need to concentrate on this side.
Did
because
these guys get it?
Yep.
So it's like
All right,
5
girl.
to
Let's do
2,
this.
Sure.
right?
You got it, girl.
Right. All right. Lightning bolt. All right, next picture. Let's go.
This flag, hey! Whatever it's
What?
She said
Sloth?
splatter of paint.
Spider ink?
She said
Oh,
it
the
as well.
splat. Yeah, I got you. Okay, fair enough. Who got it
Wait,
first,
wait,
Kaylee?
wait. What's that?
Who got it first?
So while she was trying to figure out what it was, my girl got it.
Did
I
she
don't
say
really
it
know.
into the microphone?
She said the splat.
I think she got it first over here.
All right, 5-3. 5.
Next time,
3.
guys.
All right, next
All right,
one.
you
Let's
got
go.
Eight ball.
Who yelled it first? You did? Are you lying?
I'm biased. I would say this group probably.
All right, 6-3. Hey, you guys have to yell it into the microphone. Don't say it quietly into the
got it.
microphone.
Yell.
Yell it with conviction and
yell?
passion. All right, next
Okay.
one. Let's go. Pizza?
We got it.
I love pizza.
Me too. I just had some for dinner.
All right, so what's that? 6-4. Y'all are only 2 behind.
right, we
You can
got
do
it.
this. You can win.
Got it, girl.
All right, next one. Let's go.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
the
at the
same
same
Was
time.
that same time?
Yeah.
All right, rock, paper, scissors. Best out of 1. Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh! 6-4.
Next time.
6-5. 6-5.
it,
That's
you
how
got it.
tall I
Okay, you
am.
ready?
If anyone's wondering, I'm 6'5". I feel like you've already seen this game played, but whatever. Next slide. Let's go.
No.
6-6.
We're
All right,
out
have
of
a seat when you're
time.
done.
You got it, girl.
All right, we're at the tie right now. It's 6-6. Let's see
Have
what
you already
happens. All right.
Wait, Jeff. You've already gone.
Oh, you've already gone. No, no,
right.
no. Get out of here.
No, it's okay. We need one
Get
more
out of here,
person.
Rose. Wait, did you already go too, friend? Oh, okay, bye. Hamilton, you already went too. You can't go again. All right, Jonathan, you're up. Let's go.
I think that was our last one.
Next one, let's go.
That was
Oh,
it.
that's all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it ended on a tie. All right, hold on. Tiebreaker. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Whoever wins this wins the game.
Come on, Baylor.
Oh, this side wins.
You go,
Good
guys.
job, Baylor. All right, thank you guys for playing Match It. Hey, a couple announcements before we worship. Number 1, we have something really awesome coming your way. It's hoodies. We have some really, really, really cool hoodies around the corner. Tsunami hoodies. There they are. They'll be for sale soon. We'll be announcing how you can get them not far from now. So there's 2 different colors, blue and white. They're going to be super dope. Get ready for the drip. All right. The next announcement is we are starting a new series next week. You guys got to hear this one, all right? All right. We are starting a new series on your favorite topic, the best topic that everyone loves to talk about in middle school. We're starting a series on sex, all right? So don't be scared. It's going to be great. We believe that the church is the best place to talk about anything. So starting next week, we'll be here talking about sex. Your leaders are pumped, and you should be pumped too. It's going to be 2 weeks long. Don't worry. But before we get there, it's the last week for My One Word. Stick with me, friends. Stick with me, friends. It's the last week for My One Word, so if you remember, we have a tapestry outside that you can pin your one word to. So if you've come up with one, make sure you write it down tonight and go ahead and pin it to that tapestry, all right? Cool. So we are going to have a second to worship together tonight, and I really want us to think about the truth of what we're doing when we worship. I know it might feel like we're just jumping around and having fun, or we're just singing songs, but there's something much, much, much bigger going on when we worship. There's something much more powerful, much more important happening whenever we worship. The words that we're singing are truth to our heart and our souls. And maybe you've been going through a tough time lately. Maybe school's been hard. Maybe your relationships have been difficult. Maybe things haven't been great at home. And whenever you sing these songs tonight, I just want to invite you to lay those burdens, lay those difficulties at the feet of Jesus tonight when we worship. So I want to invite you to stand up, and we're going to worship together, all right?
We introduced this song last week, so join us as we sing. Breaking through all the lines with the truth. Hear the sound of the wind. Let the roar of heaven begin. let's clap our hands. My heart starts to race and I can't contain the feeling of joy. Being in your presence, I can't help but dance, can't help but sing it. I don't really care what anyone There's joy, there's peace, there's freedom. Heaven and earth, heaven and earth. There's freedom in this place. Every heart awakened, everything is changing now. Heaven and earth, heaven and earth. There's freedom in this place. Every heart awakened, everything is changing now. Heaven and
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? How fun is that new song? It's pretty good, isn't it? I like it too. Hey, it's so good to see you guys. We're really excited that you're back. This next song we know pretty well is called Waymaker. And I don't know what kind of week you guys have had. I don't know what's going on at school or at home. You may have had the best week of your life. You may have had a crazy week. I know for me, I just feel like I'm jumping from thing to thing this week. That I haven't had a moment just to sit and focus and be with God. And how many of you have heard of my one word? We've talked about that kind of lately, right? Okay. Well, the word that I picked this year is pray. And the reason that I picked pray is because a lot of times we talk about being in God's presence and sitting in God's presence. Well, what does that actually mean, right? Well, for me, I know that one way I can work on that is by praying. And that doesn't mean that I always have to have something to say to God. Sometimes that means I just sit and I listen to God, okay? And in that, I realize that the presence of God gives me a peace in the craziness of my week and the craziness of everything going on, whether I have friendships that are going crazy, whether, things at home are perfect or maybe they're hard, but I know that I can sit in the presence of God and I know that that can bring me peace that I don't even understand. The Bible tells us we don't even understand the peace that God gives us, right? So this next song is a song that I love so much, and I want it to be an opportunity for us to sing together, but also an opportunity for us to sit in the presence of God and be filled with peace, a peace that we can't even understand, no matter how crazy this week may be, okay? All right, let's sing this together. You guys know this. Come on, let's sing it together. 'Cause you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here. You're touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here. You're healing every heart. I worship you. even when things are crazy, right? We have the opportunity to sit in the presence of God and to declare something that's true, right? Let's sing this together. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Let me hear you guys, come on. Jesus, thank you so much just for Tsunami. Thank you for allowing us to have fun with our friends, to be here together. Thank you for just the opportunity, just to be here, Lord, and to worship you and to sit in your presence. And I pray that tonight, through every single thing that we do, through music, through the message, through our small groups, through our conversations with our friends, that ultimately the name of Jesus will be the thing that we see and how much you love us. I pray that these students will know your character and know how much you love them. We love you, Lord, and we pray just for a great night. Amen.
What's up, Tsunami? How's everybody doing? Good. Hamilton's great. Thanks, Hamilton, for that. Well, friends, I'm Courtney, if I don't know you, and I'm excited to jump in and talk about moments, which is where we kind of went last week when Taylor kind of shared with us about our attention, that we should pay attention to what we pay attention to. It's so important because we consistently give our attention to what we give it to gets our allegiance. And moments, they come and go so quickly, right? You get that? They come and go like with the blink of an eye. And what are we doing with the moments we're given? I feel like that's a pretty big question. Well, I want to tell you something about my family. So I'm a parent, and I have 2 daughters, and both of them are cheerleaders. This year, though, my middle school daughter hasn't been able to cheer because they haven't had a cheer season. But my high school daughter has been cheering, and I've gotten to go to her basketball games. And when I go to her games, I'm a little bit obnoxious. I'm gonna just go ahead and name it. Like, I'm loud, and I'm proud, and I'm excited, and there's hardly any fans there, only 25 of us in the gym, so I'm like that much louder. You know, gotta bring the heat for the players, right? So anyways, I go to the games, I have so much fun, and inevitably I go home at night, right? And I lay down in my bed and I close my eyes, I'm all like relaxed, and all of a sudden, REBOUND, rebound that basketball, get it, plays through my head over and over and over again, and I'm like, get out right now. It's driving me nuts, right? And in those moments like that, when I'm laying in my bed and I'm trying to sleep and I can't, I'm like super aware of my thoughts. Do you get that? Maybe you have some thoughts like that that keep you up at night, that you're aware you're having because they're keeping you from doing something you want to do. But I don't think that just in the normal course of our day, we think about our thoughts very much at all. I mean, do you think about what you're thinking? Anybody? Yes? No? Yes, some people do, some people don't. It's pretty hard. And I mean, why would you want to think about the thoughts that you're thinking? It kind of just seems like our thoughts just happen without, any concern. They're just natural. And the things that we pay attention to are instigators of our thoughts. Have you ever noticed that? There's the joke if you see like a red Jeep somewhere and you want a red Jeep, so you start paying attention to red Jeeps. You see them everywhere, right? All you see on the road is a red Jeep. They instigate our thoughts, what we're thinking about. And here's the thing that's really important about our thoughts is they happen one moment at a time. And we only think one thought in a moment. So we have one thought here, it connects to another thought here, which connects to another thought here, and it kind of makes this pathway, and then all of a sudden, we have a train of thoughts, and this train starts driving us somewhere, like a choo-choo train, right? It gets us moving, and it starts help us to tell a story. It starts forming the story that we tell ourselves. Do you guys know that you tell yourself stories? Maybe. I know I tell myself stories. In fact, my husband is really funny. I can be driving down the street and I can see someone in the car next to me and they can have on a certain shirt and their hair a certain way and look like this or that. And I can tell this whole story in my head about who they are and where they're going and what they're doing. My guess is that sometimes you guys do that too about the people around you. Well, you've probably heard there are 2 sides of every story. And our thoughts make up our side of the story. It's the story we tell ourselves about the things we experience in the world. And we tell ourselves stories about what is true literally all the time. And we don't even realize it. It's like breathing. All of us in this room are breathing right now, but is anyone in this room thinking about the fact that they're breathing right now? Now you are, because I said it, because you're paying attention to it. That's the point. I don't need to talk anymore, I'm done. No, but seriously, you don't know that you're doing it, right? You don't know that you're telling yourself stories because you're just doing it and it's natural. It's our default setting. It's just the way we are as humans. It's like the way we come out of the box. So, I'm gonna try and illustrate this a different way for you, and we're gonna look at something on the screen. Oh. Feel the burn, guys, feel the burn. So this is Bernie Sanders, and probably most of you have seen this image. This was from the inauguration, and this became a meme that went viral. It literally went crazy. I tried to Google how many memes there are, how many different images, and I couldn't come up with a number. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And it got me thinking. I'm like, look at Bernie. He's just kind of sitting there like this. And I was like, why did this picture, out of every picture in the world, go viral? There were a lot of pictures on Inauguration Day, but this is the one, right? And so I did a little research because I was like, why? And I found some really cool information. So first, when we have a character that shows a funny pose, like Bernie, who is expressing like a relatable emotion, something that we know what it feels like. Like we know what it feels like to be cold. Like he does look kind of cold. He kind of looks like cold and he kind of looks frumpy. Well, how else does he look, guys? Kind of sad, maybe mad. I mean, he's not the president. I don't know. Maybe he's mad. I don't know. I don't know how he feels. But like we can come up with all these emotions from this image, right? And so we can see this image and think about all the ways it makes us feel. So it's relatable, right? And what we do is when a meme goes viral, when it has relatable emotion, it makes it suitable to be copied and pasted into all sorts of settings. So let's see the settings we find Bernie in. Oh, these are some of my favorites. Splash Mountain, anyone? I love Splash Mountain. Longest ride in Disney World, I think. And some crazy roller coaster. And Bernie is totally chill. That guy looks like he's losing his mind, right? Okay, let's go to the next image. Maybe some of you know who this is. I don't know if you watch The Office, but Pam and would-be Jim. It's sweet. Aww. Our next image. The sorting hat. So, Harry Potter. So basically, Bernie Sanders has made the rounds. He's gone everywhere. He's been copied and pasted into all different kinds of settings. And friends, when we have thoughts, sometimes they go viral, right? They start to fill our heads because they're relatable, because they fit into the stories we tell ourselves, the things that we believe are already true. We have a thought and it's like, yes, that agrees with me, and then all of a sudden that thought goes, and it's everywhere. It consumes us. And we can have a viral thought, and we can copy it and paste it into all different areas of our life. Are you tracking with me? Let me try and illustrate this a different way. So, say last week, you were in your 7th grade math class, and you got a 50 on your math test. You failed. Okay, you failed. We all know what that feels like, right? We've probably all been there, done that. So you got a 50 on your math test, and then, guess what? You went, gosh, I failed. And then that thought connected to another thought. Oh, gosh, I'm a failure. And then that thought just went poof, and it went viral. It's everywhere in your head. So you copied that one thought, I'm a failure, and it went to, I'm a failure at school. I can't do anything right. I'm a failure at being a good friend. I'm a failure at being a good daughter or a good son. I'm a failure at life. Do you see that thought just went viral real quick and consumed everything that was going on in your head? So, when it comes to our thoughts, just think about it. When a person that we know, when we think a certain thing about a person, a certain thought about a person that we know long enough, it changes the way you feel towards them. It changes the way you think about them, right? Whether it's, she's mean, and so now your thought is, I don't like her, and so you treat her that way. And the same is true with ourselves. When we think a thought about ourselves long enough, when it goes viral in our heads, it changes our hearts and it shapes us. And this, my friends, is what the Bible describes as the patterns of this world. And I want to talk to you about it. It's our default setting that I talked about. And the truth is there's another way, because God has given us responsibility over our thoughts. There's something we can do about it. And so in Romans 12:1, Paul, who wrote a lot of the New Testament, a lot of letters in that part of the Bible to the churches all over the place, this is what he says. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, I urge you, I'm encouraging you, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Well, here Paul is speaking about this pattern of the world that we're formed by, our default setting. What's normal to us? And you know what he says? He warns us against it. He urges us against it. He says, don't buy into this way, guys. Like, don't do it. Because there's something better, where we can live in the good, perfect, and pleasing ways of God. That's what it says. Where we can be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Thoughts like washed and made new, which then forms and changes our hearts. It shapes us in a different direction. So transformation, that's kind of a big word, but transformation happens when we are renewed in view of God's mercy. And this means like who we are, who our hearts takes a totally different shape. It's like, I don't even have words for it. It's conformed. It looks totally different when our minds are renewed in view of God's mercy. And your view. What's your view? You're my view right now. Your view is what is within your attention. What's within your attention. And it's what you're paying attention to. And Paul is super clear here, guys. He says, keep God's mercy in view. That's pretty simple, pretty clear. He says, think about God's mercy. So what's God's mercy? It's his goodness to us. His goodness to us. The fact that he came for us. The truth is Jesus is the ultimate display of God's mercy. It's what opened up the floodgates so that we could be loved by God, loved by him. And he wants us to get to know his love and to live in a relationship with him. And this doesn't just happen once and done, we're good, but over and over, moment by moment, paying attention to our thoughts and bringing them in allegiance to Jesus. In every moment, bring your allegiance to Jesus. In every moment, bring your allegiance to Jesus. Well, hear me. Because transformation, this process, doesn't just happen by thinking thoughts that are like natural to us, the easy things that, just seem relatable and that we understand and that we're already thinking. This is really hard. Like really, really hard. I get that. Sometimes it feels like an actual battle. We feel like we're stuck in some vicious cycle and we can't get out of. Like, I can't stop this pattern of negative thoughts, like thinking bad about myself or thinking bad about others, or maybe it's thinking a whole lot about myself and then I'm really, really awesome. And you notice that that's kind of changing the way you act and the way you think about people around you, and you feel stuck in that cycle. I felt that way for sure before. So what do? Well, first, we want to pray and ask God for help. Pray and ask God for help. And that might sound like a churchy answer to you guys, but it's the real answer. Because the battle of your mind isn't going to be won on your own. It's not going to be won on your own. So we got to ask God for help and talk to him about it. And two, we have to see God's mercy. We have to learn about God's mercy. How good he is to us, how much he loves us. And we don't just have to learn about God's mercy to become a Christian, to become a follower of Jesus, but to live as a follower of Jesus every day. It's not once and done. Because if we're not, the patterns of this world are just going to be super normal to us, and we're going to keep going in that direction. And then three, we have to take every thought captive. And this might be language you've heard before in church, to take every thought captive. And it's from a verse in the Bible in 2 Corinthians 10:5, and Paul is talking again here about our minds. And he says, we demolish arguments and every pretension. A pretension is like a claim, like this is true, that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, of knowing God, of having a relationship with him, of knowing who he is. Kind of like we just talked about, seeing God's mercy. And then it goes on to say, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. So we have to look at our thoughts, and we have to see if they're in line with the story that God says is true. We have to take the stories we tell ourselves and line them up with the story that God says is most true, to examine our thoughts, to bring them into allegiance with Jesus. And as I close, I just want you to hear, it's awesome that you're at Tsunami. We love that you're here, but coming to Tsunami once a week isn't gonna be enough to see this happen in your life. And we want it bad for you guys, not because I want you to do the right thing. It's because I know that in having a relationship with Jesus, it's the best thing that you could have. And so of course I want that for all of you. And it's not gonna just happen by coming here once a week. So there's some things that you need to think about. It's going to take God's help. You're gonna have to pray and ask him. It's gonna take time learning about God's mercy and his love, what that really looks like, what that really means. It's gonna take having people around you who can show you what God's love looks like. You probably have a lot of them around you right now if you look around your rows, okay? And it's gonna take the hard work of taking every thought captive, of actually thinking your thoughts, and not just kind of going wherever they take you, but thinking about where they're leading you. And if in every moment they are bringing your allegiance to Jesus. Let's pray, friends. Lord, I thank you so much for this group of my friends, for these students who are here, who've come to learn about you, who've come to have fun with their friends, to build relationships with leaders and students. I thank you that you brought them here tonight. From wherever they come from no matter how they felt coming into this room tonight, I thank you that you're here, that they're here. And Jesus, I pray that you would help us to learn what it means to be loved by you, to get to know your love and your mercy, and that would transform and renew our minds, God, so that we can live in ways that are holy and pleasing, giving ourselves to you. We love you, Jesus. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Well, thank you, friends, for giving me your time and attention. We are actually going to go ahead and head to small groups, and I'm going to release you kind of in a organized fashion. So if our 6th grade groups, which are on this side of the room, let's have our guys groups go first. Guys, 6th grade guys groups. If you can head out the exit door where the light is shining for you, that would be fantastic. Sorry, guys. I chose guys first tonight. Now, ladies, you can go. Okay, and our 7th grade crew on this side, you can exit out those back exit doors, please. Actually, this whole half too, if you can exit out that way, you can go ahead and start moving that way to exit out the back. I kind of feel like a flight attendant right now. I'm not doing a very good job, it's okay. And our 8th grade groups, you guys can just exit out those back doors slowly so our 7th graders can have a head start, please. Don't run to small group.
Heard this beat in my dream.